Hello. How is everybody? I am just trying to get into my Facebook page on my computer so that I can see if there are any comments going on and if anybody is watching. So give me a second. I'll wait a minute to see if anybody's coming to watch. And then I'm going to show you how to make... Hi, Lori. So hi, everybody. This is Donna from Donna's Creative Space. Today you're kind of getting a sneak peek at my February monthly card class to go. This is one of the cards in my kit. And I thought I'd share how I made these strawberries into... Hi, Sherry. Yep, you're an hour behind me. I asked Alexa a few minutes ago, just to make sure. But anyway, so I made this card using the Sweet Strawberry stamp set and, of course, the punch. However, I believe the punch is still not orderable. They should be getting some more in. But I'm sharing it anyway. You could also fussy cut these out, pretty much. I also used the Apple Builder punch, which I'm going to turn these upside down because they're so glaring. But I also used the Apple Builder punch for this. So this is the card, and I wanted to show you. So it's part of my card kit, and I have a few more of these left. And this is how, so there's 4 cards, and you're going to get supplies to make 2 each. Oops, they're upside down. So there's that one, this one, and the Pear one that we're going to do today. And the way my kits come are all, they'll be in a little plastic bag and everything, but this is how I give them to you. So everything for the card, for two cards are in the envelope, along with, I did punches for you. Let's see, let me see if I can get this out. Punches, I've tied bows. For those of you that know take my card class, you know I give you just about everything I can. I cannot stamp for you. You have to stamp your own images. That it's against, I give you all the die cuts. It's against Stampin' Up! Policy to give you the stamped images. So this one is the Pear kit. So this is, I have a few kits left. You had to have ordered by February 15th. But I've been cutting and I do have some extra. So, you know, get in touch with me if you want to place an order in the next day or so, because these, I'll be finishing up the packages on Sunday and they'll be going out in Monday's mail. So anyway, so this is the package that I'm using today for this Pear card. So this is how it comes to you, this particular card. So I ended up putting some stuff in one of our little bags because I punched out the leaves and the stems for you, because I try to give you whatever you can get, whatever I can do for you. I just can't, you have to do your own stamping. That's the only thing. So let me empty out these little pieces. So you really don't need, you could get away with doing one of these vellum squares, but I've given you 2 just in case you cut it wrong, because we're basically putting it behind like this, right? And we're just cutting off the 2 sides. You could actually just cut all the corners off and use one and save one for another project if you want. So like I said, I gave you the leaves and the stems. I actually gave you an extra leaf and an extra stem if you're taking this class. So I will, just in case, they're so small, I was afraid if somebody lost it. So anyway, I used this Sweet Strawberry stamp set that is available still if you decide to get this, because if the punch is not available, you can always, there's only these 2 pairs that need to be cut out by hand if you're making this card. So just so for those of you that just watching my video, nothing to do with my card class, I used, for these pear leaves, I used the Old Olive in the Regals 6x6 pack. It's this one here. It has a nice texture on one side, so I used the apple punch and used the leaf for these little pieces here. And then I just used some early espresso cardstock to cut out the stem on this punch. So if you're going to make this card, you need 2 of each of those. And if you don't have, if you're just watching and you want to make this card, if you don't have apple punch, they're just little, you can, you know, it shouldn't be too hard to, you know, cut a little sliver of early espresso and cut out a couple leaves. Okay, so this is how this happens. So here's our strawberry punch, right? And when you're making strawberries, they're shaped this way, right? Let me show you on a card. So see, there's your strawberry. Well, I was looking at the punch, and you know, I punch it this way, and I'm like, geez, look at the fat bottom shape to this. That looks like a pear. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make this into a pear. And of course, then when I searched online, I saw all these other people made them into pears, and I thought to myself, oh, I thought I had thought of it myself, but I didn't. I guess I did think of it myself, but I guess other people thought of it too. I wasn't unique about it. But anyway, so it's just the strawberry upside down. So, so what you will need to make this card is, these are the supplies to make 2 of everything. So you need 1 square vellum, our square vellum doily. You need 2 of these leaves, and then 2 stems. Like I said, those were punched from the apple punch. And then, all right, we need 1 of these, and this is from the Stitch So Sweetly. Now I numbered mine, the largest to the smallest, 1 through 6. So I used number 3. Yep, number 3 of the Stitch So Sweetly. And you guys watching me, you know I love this one. You need 1 ribbon, and I'm going to show you my Sharpie technique to make this little knot, because it's not long. This piece I don't give you, this piece isn't long enough to go all the way around. And then, let's see, let me get everything else out. All right, that's everything. So remember to put everything back in this kit. So, all right, so this is what we need. You need this is Daffodil Delight card base, right? Is it card base? Yes, Daffodil Delight card base. And that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you need an Old Olive mat that is 4 by 5 1/4. This is from the Blossom, the free paper, the free celebration paper, this green stripe with the dots on it. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Then you need a scrap piece for doing your pears. And this is a big piece. You don't need this much, but it's this is from the kit. So when I send out the kits, this is enough for them to do 2 cards. So we'll only use half of this. So that's it. So I'm going to pull in some grid paper. This is from last night's Facebook Live. And let me move these things away. All right, so let's start with stamping. So I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm going to use the Little Blossom. These are the stamps you'll need. The Little Blossom, the Hello There, and the 2 strawberry stamps. All right, now mine I've used red, so they kind of, they stained a little, but it doesn't affect the stamping. So I'm going to stamp on my doily, my little scalloped rectangle, which I think these are so cute. I'm going to stamp the, I don't know if I'm in the image area. Let me see. I'm going to stamp the Hello There up in the top left corner, just like this. And then I'm going to stamp a few of these flowers. And the right side of the card is going to have our pears on it, so I don't need to do the right side. But I also put some flowers on the inside. Oop, I forgot to grab that insert that was in the kit. And I'm going to just do a couple. Maybe I'll go off the, sometimes I like to go off the edge. There. All right, so that's for our inside. So that stamping's done. That stamping's done. So now let's do the pears. And here's the fun part. It's just so simple to make these strawberries into pears. So you're going to stamp full strength with your Old Olive, right, for the outline. And then you take the inside, which is Stampin' Up! Has, I don't know if you can see this, but these insides are what they call, what Stampin' Up! Calls distinctive. So it's got all these little teeny dots, so it gives you that shading. It's really kind of cool. So you ink it up, and you go straight down on top of your other image, just like that. And there you have your pear. Isn't that cool? So now I have to wash these. I have my scrubber off to the side. I'm just going to spritz it to get some cleaner. So I cleaned that, and I clean this one because now I want to make another one, because you know how pears are different colors. So I am switching to the So Saffron. Now, let's see. I am going to do the image again. I mean the outside line art right there. And then I am going to come in and do the center fill-in. Just like that. And it gets a little lighter when you when it sits for a minute. So let me just wash these real quick. Okay, and that's our pears. So you just punch them out. And I'll put this one out first. Now if you don't have the punch, obviously, it was cutting out all those other pieces, so it was really a tough one. I had to use my muscles for that one. Alright, so there's our punch. All this is scrap. Oh, I think I lost one of my... Let's see, make sure I don't throw away the wrong pieces. How are you guys doing? It's snowing here. It was snowing a little heavier earlier, but now it's just kind of misty snow, which is fine with me. Hopefully it doesn't accumulate too much. And let's see. Alright, so now we're just going to put... Now we just have to assemble everything. Isn't that kind of cool, our little pears? And I'm going to, let's see, I got my ribbon. Oops, let me get rid of these. Hi, oh, very nice. Yeah, thanks, Sherry. This is really a cool way of doing it. So I'm going to put this inside, well, let's see. I'll crease my card and put this on the inside. Lori, if you're still out there, you're getting your, I know you got this kit, so you will be getting this, and you'll be able to make a couple of these. So this is going to go on our inside. That's our piece. Okay, and now we're going to just do the outside. Now, we're going to take your Designer Series paper that I already told you was 3 3/4 by 5, and we're going to tape it to, and this is, I think I said it. Did I tell you guys this was the free one? The Blossoms one from Celebration? Spend $50 and you get to choose something free. So I'm going to center that on there. Now, before I put it down on here, I want to wrap my ribbon around, but I don't use enough to tie this. I like to save on my ribbon, so I'm going to show you what I do. So this is my Sharpie Technique, and if you've been watching my videos, you've seen me do this before. So since the knot is off to one side, what I do is I tie it around the Sharpie, right? I tie it around the Sharpie towards one end of the ribbon, and then I tie it again. Donna with the snow. Now it's solid ice. Sun out and still 70. Ooh, I mean still 30. Oh wow, that's it. And you're in Arkansas, I think you said. Yeah, we're supposed to get it all day today, and I think it's supposed to go through the night. But I'm not really sure. They keep changing. One channel I watch, can't wait. Oh, Laura, you can't wait to get your kit? I really had fun with this kit. And, I started talking, and I'm not sure if you saw what I did, I'm sorry. Let me do another one because I have ribbon here. So I was looking at people writing things and I looked out the window to see the snow. I got a little distracted. So you take the end of your ribbon and you tie it around. And I use a Sharpie because it's got a rounded end and you can pull it off easy enough. So I take the Sharpie and I tie it around, take the ribbon, tie it around the Sharpie, and then tie it once more, which makes that little double knot like that, right? And then you slide it off the Sharpie, just like that, and you have this loop, okay? So glad I had my extra ribbon handy. So now you slide it off and you have this extra loop. And that's my Sharpie technique, because then I take this piece and I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back, and I take this and I put this, now we're doing, see there's a little gathering in the ribbon, but that's okay because it's going to be right behind. So I'm going to put this right across like that. I think I want it a little bit closer to the edge, right? Just like that. So we want my little kind of loop off to the left, right? And then this is going to go on to this whole thing. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put I'm using Stampin' Stampin' Up! Seal Plus, because I've just decided I'm going to go right over the ribbon. Sometimes it sticks to it, sometimes it doesn't. And then this is just going to go on the front of your card, like so, right? And then our little hello is going to go up. Oh, we have to put our, this is, what a mess I'm making. Let me get these little things out of the way. So you are going to take your vellum piece, right? But it's too wide and I don't want the ends to stick out of the card. See here, they're not. So what I did was I just trimmed, and I just kind of went from this rounded piece here on, see there's a section of a little blossom like. So I took some scissors and just cut this piece off here. Just like that, from this rounded section. Oops, make sure I cut it in the right spot. Right here down to there, right? Just the ends. Just like that. And then this is going to go, I put this flat, but you don't want to see any adhesive. So let's put it on either side of the ribbon, just a little smidgen of it. That's the technical term. And then this just goes down like that. Right? And then now this is going to go up on dimensionals. Did I pull out dimensionals? I did not. Here are some. So I'm going to put this on dimensionals. I can't, sometimes you get a stamp set and I just had a ball with this. I really did. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I mean, I'm sure people probably think, oh, she says she loves everything, but I really, really enjoyed this bundle and making this card kit, because I just thought it was so much fun. Oh no, you guys, I forgot to shut off. Hang on one second. Of course, I forgot to shut off my phone. You'd think after so many times of that being interrupted. But anyway, all right, so I put that on with the dimensionals. And now for my pears, I think, what did I do? So what I did was I put the tops of the pears, I put some glue, right, some adhesive. And the bottoms, I put a little bit of, like a half a dimensional, because they're just hanging over the edge. So I'm just going to cut, oops, one of my dimensionals in half and put it on the bottom of the pear, because I'm not really sure how much is going to hang over, but I'm just going to put it on the bottom and take those off. And let's see, put some of this adhesive. Going over the edge. All right, and let's see. I'm looking around. I'll need my glue dots later. All right, so now we're going to put these down, and I want to put I put the yellow one over to the left, And I'm just going to, before I put it down, I just want to make sure I get them about where I want it. And I kind of like that they go over those flowers. So I'm going to put the pear one there. I mean the yellow one there. And then that's the So Saffron, and this is Pear Pizzazz I used. All right, and then we just need these. So now the little stems, I'm just going to stick on with a glue dot and also the leaves, but I first put the stem down because I'm going to kind of stick it behind. So I'm going to put the glue dot on the front of the pear, I mean on the front of the stem like that. Can you guys see that, how I did it? And then I'm going to lift this up and just stick it underneath. And then I'll do the same thing for this one. So I want it curving to the left, so I'll turn it upside, I want it curved to the left, so I'm going to put a glue dot right on the front of that because it's going to be slid underneath. Like that. And I'll lift this little guy up. I could have done this before I put the thing on. Just like that, and then I'll take my 2 leaves. Lori says, hi, I was going to text you to remind you to shut your phone off. You know, Lori, I wish you had. I don't know what it is, but I just get, well, you know, I get nervous when I'm going live, and I just completely forget. I should make a little list of things I need to do. So just with the glue dot, I put those 2 leaves on. And then the last thing to put on these is what I did was I took some of our white pearls. Oh, I just heard one go flying. Oh, I found it. They fell off. I had already, oh, no, that's a regular one. Hasn't been colored yet. I took a So Saffron Stampin' Blend. This is the dark. And all I did was I just colored over it until I got the shade I liked. Like, you let it dry in between if you want it darker. Now these, when I first put them on, they were kind of light, but I haven't gone over them, and I think they're dark enough. So I am going to put a couple of the big ones, maybe one here, and I had another one on here, and it looks like that came off somewhere. It's probably stuck to my cat somewhere. Oops. So let me put this one down here. And I'm going to color another one. Oops, stay still. Come on, stay still. Oh my goodness. All right, stay there then. Maybe it'll stick to the paper better. I want to put one on my original because for some reason it popped off. I really manhandle my cards, so that it probably popped off somewhere. So let me put this on my original. Right there, because I can kind of see the little yellow spot. Oh, I wiped it off. See, I should have waited till till it dried. Love your design. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Barb. I'm glad you like it. There. All right, so we'll let that one dry. So we're back to this one. Then I took these little teeny pearls, and I colored those also, and I just did 3 so that I could put into my little blossoms. And there you have it. There's my strawberries, which, like I showed you, here's the strawberry card, right? And they're just upside down. And I made it into a... Oh, I forgot. So this loop here, the end of my... I almost messed up my... Forgot to tell you the rest of my Sharpie technique. So you have this loop. See the loop? Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm like waiting for my computer to catch up and see if you can see the loop. So, okay, I just showed it. Okay, so you're going to take this loop and you're going to take your nice sharp... These are my ribbon scissors. These snips are great snips if you need a small pair of scissors. From these, Stampin' Up! Sells them for, I think they're $10. But I keep a ribbon on one so that I just use it for ribbon and twine. And then you cut it, you slip it into the circle, the little loop, and you cut it at an angle, like that. And then you just kind of pull it out a little bit. And there you have your little twine knot. Your little knot. Isn't that a cute way of doing it? Saves on ribbon, and you get this perfect little knot. And you can go back in, like this one looks like it's a little bit longer, so I can just trim it afterwards. And there you have it. So we have our little card. Cute, huh? So that was my little to go today. This is the one I made earlier, and here's today's. And if you have any questions, you can just comment, let me know. And like I said, I do have a couple of my card kits left. If you are interested in getting, you can just place an order with me, and you'll get the supplies to make 2 each of these cards. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time here on Donna's Creative Space. If you like this video, I'd love you to give me a like, and I upload these to YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is also Donna's Creative Space, so please hop on over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel there. That way you can get notified when I do a new video. Alright, thanks so much. Take care, guys. And I'm going to put the measurements for these cards. I'll put it on my Donna's Creative Space blog. So you can hop over there and get the measurements. Alright, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.